Now see different file opening modes. In fopen function, first argument is file name and second argument is file opening mode. We already seen this R mode. If you want to open any existing file for reading only, then you can use this R mode. R mode is nothing but open an existing file for reading only. Only reading is possible here. Okay, and it should be present there. If that file is not present onto the disk, that fopen function will return null. Getting? Next one is W mode. W means for writing. If you have opened any file for writing, means if you want to create any new file, then you have to use this W mode. See, for creation of new file, we have to use this W mode. How? See, if any file you are opening using W mode and if it exists on hard disk, already present onto the hard disk, then that fopen function will erase all the contents of that file and it will be presented as a new file if you have opened that file in W mode. And if it is not present onto the hard disk, then it will create that file. Getting? Only in case of if there is no any disk space for creation of new file, for storing any extra information, then only this function will return null, that fopen function, if you have opened that file in W mode. Means what? Open a new file for writing only, here reading is not possible. If file currently exists, means if it is already there, it will erase already whatever contents from that file, means that is nothing but truncate. Truncate means erase all the contents, means that will be presented as a new fresh file, means you can say that will be destroyed and new file will be created. Next mode is A. A means A stands for append. Appending means attaching new contents at the end of file. See, if that it will check whether there is a file onto the hard disk present, already present, let abc.txt. If it is already present, it will open that file and initially cursor, whatever put cursor, because appending means just writing contents at the end of file, means it will open that file if it is present and will initially the cursor will be at the end, and from that you can write the contents inside that file if you have opened that file in A mode. If you are opening in file in A mode and it is not present, then no problem, it will create a new file and cursor will be at the beginning, you can add contents. It will act just like W mode. Getting? Now next one is R plus. R plus means some additional functionality inside R. R means only for reading you can open that file. But R plus means reading and writing both possible. See, if you have opened any file in R plus mode and if it is not present onto the hard disk, then it will return null, of course. But if already that file is present, then you can read contents from that file and you can just modify also contents inside that file. Okay, you can just attach some contents in that file. Means reading, writing both possible, but it should be there onto the hard disk first, initially. If it is not present, then this R plus, if that fopen function will return null. Next one is W plus means again reading, writing both possible, but here what is the difference? See, in R plus that file should be present, you can do any modification inside that file, means you can write also, but it should be present, otherwise it will return null. And if you have opened any file in W plus mode, then again both possible, that is reading and writing, but if it is not present, then no problem, if you have opened that file in W plus mode, it will create a new file. Getting? Means you can just attach contents, you can write contents in that file and you can also read again whatever written inside that file. One more point is that if you have opened any file in W plus mode and if it is already present there, then again it will erase all the contents whatever previously written and it will present that file as a new fresh file. Then you can just write some contents in that file and then again you can read that file. Getting? That is in case of W plus. And finally A plus, again just like A, means you can attach some contents at the end and again you can read whatever written inside that, means reading and appending both possible. If this file is not present, then it will not return null. that fopen function will not return null. It will create new file. You can attach here contents, you can write contents, and you can just read that file. Means it will just act like w plus if it is not present. Getting? This is all about file opening modes for text files. You want to do any operations with binary files, then you can again use that same fopen function, but modes you have to use, like instead of R for reading you have to use that RB mode. Means B stands for binary, R stands for read, and here RT for text file you can use either RT or R, but T is optional because by default if you are using R means this is for text file. For binary file, but you have to compulsory attach here B later. Getting? RB, then WB, AB. For, see here, instead of W for binary you have to use WB, instead of A, B, instead of R plus RB plus, WB plus, and AB plus. In this way you have to use file opening modes in case of binary files. This is all about file opening modes.